Hello everybody and welcome to another Genshin Impact livestream. Hope this wonderful Saturday, was it? I think it was a Saturday. I hope you're having a great day. I'll become even better as you continue to watch my livestream. Okay. So it's been a while since the last stream. Was like on Monday or something, maybe Tuesday. Hello Sayonara. And yeah, we've got a lot to do. So let's just get to it. My residence almost capped, and also we have dailies to do. You missed me. Thank you so much, Saya. I missed you too. Gambas were barely going through. We had no doubters. So many points for the taking. Oh my god, how far away? I could have just TP'd to him, right? I could have just TP'd to this black thing here. You bought so much from Japan. Oh, this is the guy with a quiz. What's some of your like more premium purchases? Keychain with Dialin's legs. Type of mushroom. The candle cup. Yamkasaurs. The science of the canopy. Who are the companions? Tepetli source. Clap, 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 clap. A lot of designer shoes. Oh, interesting. Even some more practical things, not just anime merch. SMH. Imagine spending money on things that are useful and won't just end up in like a drawer somewhere, never to be looked at again. Of course you bought anime merch as well. Why do they need to spawn on the other side of this? No, his voices are so nice. A lot of One Piece stuff, some Naruto merch, and a Nami figure. Interesting. Oh, the plant doesn't actually damage ores. Because she swings a hammer so she can damage ores just like cleave her bones. But the plunge is just a regular plunge attack. Unlike Varesa's. A regular catalyst plunge attack which deals no damage to ore. This is not a great place to TP actually. There were some nice figures at the convention I was at recently. There were some nice Zenless figures, but they were just overpriced. Unfortunately. Combine that with just the pain of actually transporting them with me by train. It totally wasn't worth it. Yeah, imagine figures and the like would be quite a lot cheaper. I mean, yeah, like if I didn't have to pay for shipping and import taxes, the figures from Ami Ami would actually be kind of a steal. I mean, it's still a lot of money for just a piece of plastic, but hey, it's comparatively cheap. $400 great British pounds on Crane Games. And did you win anything at least? You won a couple, okay. The IRL gacha. I went Light Durin. I guess Light Durin is fine because it will just die before I even switch to Lochen. The Sumimas and everything you want, so like you didn't just get the object, you got like a coupon for it or what? How did it work? What do you mean by Sumima sending everything? Like 10 times failed? So you were just failing over and over but then just asked for a pity reward? Is that what you mean? Excuse me, mister, I think I've already hit hard pity. Can you just give me this plushie? Oops. Let's spend most of my resin here. I still need to get my Chichi leveled up. Oh, I also need like Lochen talent mods? Only ask for help, they essentially lower the difficulty of the crane game to make it easy to win in 2 or 3 goes. Oh, okay. Garbage, garbage, garbage. So now just spent all the condensed. And you can maybe get some Chichi mats. Okay! Crit rate isn't as good as crit damage on a set that gives you 20 crit rate already, but it's crit damage attack percent. There's two very nice people who just gave you Pokemon plushies they just won. What? They were just gambling for the love of the game? And they didn't have anything to do with the rewards? They knew the meta. That's very sweet actually. ER attack percent? We do save the ER sounds. Ideally we would have crit rate for Favonius. But really Japan was on another level. That's great to hear as well. Hello Hydra and Frisky Disc. Crit rate, crit damage, but no attack percent this time. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with this piece. Actually, this is the other set. Oh yeah, wait, this is Obeyed. This is Obeyed, so here the HP or defense can actually be good. Oh yeah. Like Colmina piece or Lina piece. Well, for Lina I already have a good crit rate, I think. Yarsans again, these have defense. If I want to play my Bina on Obeyed, I would have like the best set ever, but I am just not gonna play Bina on Obeyed ever. My main Bina team is this one, and in this team she always holds Silken. You autocorrected to Hydra? What? Can you even autocorrect the nickname? That's a lot of pieces. 3-liner with ER. Oh, I ulted a bit too early. Attack percent, crit damage, ER. Yeah, these aren't too inspiring. It's so humid here, we are dying. It's very hot in Poland right now. Tomorrow, some cities are gonna hit 40 degrees Celsius. But at least it's not that humid. It's like around 30%. And for the Muricans in chat, that's 104 Fahrenheit. So yeah, over 100 Fahrenheit. But the humidity isn't the worst. We came back to UK expecting rainy weather, but it was 30 degrees. Even the UK is broken now. So, Chichi. Right, how much do we need for her ascension? 13 more. Hopefully we get a 4 drop. That will save 40 resin. Because I have gotten weekly bosses and the like, right? I don't need the resin for anything in particular. Leveling Chichi? Yep. She's the best in slot Sandrone teammate. What a Danica boss. Four.
私はずっとその中にいる。拒絶。物語は始まったばかりだよ。
Oops, I want to use the other mode, but that's okay. We're suddenly be quiet for Tsarica. What? Sandrone is an off-fielder. We don't know what Tsarica is gonna be. But even if Tsarica is also an on-fielder, then they would not be compatible. Right? If Tsarica was an off-fielder, she could work well with Sandrone, but there will most likely also be other options. We'll probably have to waste 40 more resin for the freaking Chichi Ascension of all things. But what's Sandrone's weapon? It's pretty good. She doesn't like damage bonus, so a lot of the standard good claymore options like Serpent Spine are actually kind of garbage. Serpent Spine is actually worse than Tidal Shadow or Mailed Flower. Mailed Flower is like the 4-star option, and there are a bunch of stat sticks that are like okay. Mavuikas is the best, I think, like the second best after her own Sig, because it gives you crit damage and attack percent, which is what she wants. But even then, her Sig should be like 20% better than this. So Sandrone's Sig is pretty good. Definitely way better than her cons. Sandrone has absolutely garbage cons. Like F-tier cons. If you're a Sandrone lover and wanted to just C6 her, you will not get your money's worth. I mean, it could be worse. It's not like Ayato, who has Z-tier cons. But they are the worst cons in the last like 2 years. Probably. So if you just want like a strong Tsarica team, definitely do not get Sandrone cons. Oh no. It's never Sandrone cons. Like, C6 Rodesli is gonna be better than C6 Sandrone. Assuming we eventually get an off-field stellar conduct applicator. Because right now, a Rodesli team would need Sandrone in it, right? So Rodesli only has like 3-member teams essentially. Because Sandrone does nothing except for enabling stellar conduct. But once we finally get somebody who can apply stellar, who can enable the stellar field from a field, like a sub DPS of sorts, or maybe cryo MC, we could dream. Then yeah, Rodesli's cons are way better than Sandrone's. Probably at C2 he'll already would outscale her, to be honest. C0 Sandrone is better, and like C0 R1 Sandrone is still better. But yeah, the more cons you get, the more Rodesli pulls ahead, because Rodesli's C2 and C6 are giga cracked actually. And C1 and C4 are also nice. Sandrone, not so much. It's very weird. Like, it doesn't matter too much, because cons are fairly niche anyways, and her C0 performance is pretty stellar. Haha, stellar conduct. But it's just so bizarre. Like, why would they do this? I have no idea. Godos to level 9, very nice. Fischl is kind of a one talent character, so getting us crowned even is pretty good value. Now, it matters less and less as time goes on, because Fischl's damage is what it was all these years ago. I mean, she got some better set options and weapon options, but Fischl doesn't do that much more damage than she did in 1.0. Especially because we mostly play her in Overload, so not Aggravate. So as time goes on, your just main DPS talents or your shiny new sub DPS talents will just out damage Fischl quite a lot. But leveling cost is never a bad thing. Oh, I only grabbed one. Maybe Chronicle does the new venti weapon? Oh yeah, this is the best weapon for Fischl. So if it's free, you should use it. Damage-wise, at the very least. Maybe sometimes some supportive option could be better, like Elegy or whatever. But probably not, actually. Because the teams where Fischl is played, they don't really value the EM that much. Venti has 3 SIGs. No, I don't acknowledge Harp. Because if I acknowledge Harp as like a 1.0 Venti SIG, that means I would have to acknowledge Lost Prayers as the Klee SIG. And it's definitely not. Because it's a terrible weapon for Klee. Speaking of old characters who got a weapon on the rerun, which pretty much only includes Venti and Child, I saw a very nice comparison that Polar Star actually shares a lot of design elements with the Tsaritsa. Actually, it's on my Fischl. This like star thingy on it, like the entire like vibe, but especially the star thingy. Is pretty much exactly the same as her earrings. Oh, this is so small. Right, the earring. And also like she has these like stars all over actually. Like here as well. And yeah, Polar Star. That's a 1.4 weapon. They already had at least some design elements locked in back then. I mean, of course they did, but always nice to see. Like the proof. Movement speed to escape, Jean.
この同点も華やいできましたね。
Okay, we bought everything here.
同点につい
Okay, so speaking of Shineznaya, let's watch the trailer. Let's watch the trailer and I will try to find some like character tier list and do what I did with Not Cry. Make a tier list of like how much I like the characters based on just the initial trailer. I actually lost my Not Cry tier list. But well, let's try to not lose this one. Where was it? Okay, let me mute the game. Vonetia already looks lovely.
様々な呪いがルールをなしている。
幻冬計画や吹雪のことか。
This is probably the 4-star. This is the Aino of the region.
陛下のことか。
I would assume.
行きましょう。霊力が動く前に。
And this is Odette. I think the singing voice is supposed to be Vodianica, but her like looking at her lip movements and just like her regular voice, it does not fit at all.
ルールが呪いなら選択肢は2つだけ。
Here you have Duke of the North. He reminds me of
ルール
Garen
を覆すか
from League.
あるいはルールに従い合わせるか。
He has a bear.
みんなルールを変えてみせるの。
Vodianica is like themed around opera and Odette about around ballet. Or ballet? How do you even say this in English?
私も。
うん。
おやおや。
She's very cute.
操作開始。栄えあるドルジーナの者たちを
And she's a Nemo.
陛下に忠誠を。
Also, when a character, I haven't been pausing so far, but when a character has like a star-shaped vision, that means they can activate a stellar reaction. If it's round, that means they cannot. So Vodianica has a regular round vision, and it's a hydro vision, so we can already see that there will not be a stellar freeze, or at the very least, even if there is, Vodianica cannot activate it. But yeah, in this case, we can see that she will be a stellar swirl character because her vision is a star. Also, she heavily reminds me of like the fairies from the second half of Sword Art Online. Like, what was it? What was like the second game called? That they were playing with the like fairy world, and he had like his little sister. Alfheim, yeah, that one. So the Druzhina reminds me of that. It was called the fairy game, exactly.
陛下に忠誠を。
And here we have absolute peak. I see a lot of people trash talking her, saying she has the worst design. They don't know what they are talking about. I will just take all of the Danicas, you know? If you don't want her, okay, I will just take them all. C100, C1000, I will just take all the Danicas. We don't know. what element she is.
密談に
Her vision is most likely on the back. C1000 mate, exactly. I mean, she if they don't mess her up, if she's like 10% as good as Ellen Joe, it's like C6R5, level 100. And I will like, you know, I have like space like here behind the plant for another poster, I mean, it's not like a poster, it's like a printed canvas. So just don't mess her up, but I have trust in Hoyo.
参加しても
And this is interesting. Like, what even is this? What are the trains? What is this? Is this like this reminds me of the last station in Plan Arcadia? Like the Voracity thingy? I doubt it's connected to that, but that's the vibes it gives me.
昔に比べれば
Noi,
平和と言える時代だ
the second has bound out to compete with the first bear guy. And he has the same voice as Blade. I love Blade's voice actor in JP, so that's a big plus. Can you have all the husbandos? I actually like every single unit from this trailer. I like. It's just Danica is so far above everybody else. Also, some interesting things about this guy. So he's a Fae most likely because of the elf ears, and he has what kinda looks like the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles portals on his neck. Like whenever she shows up, it's like one big star and then two smaller ones on the side. Could he be connected to the shades somehow? Even this guy's kinda cute. Lots of like atomic imagery on his outfit. Looks kinda like baby Einstein maybe.
クルースニクのロガ
I actually hope he's a 5-star as well.
「そして天理は私たちの愛を汚した」
お母様
あれは本当に存在していたのかしら。溺れる者に浮き木を与えるな。凍える者に温かな幻想を抱かせるな。愛の敵は死じゃない。
One cool thing here. So she's facing, Tselta is facing off against Ronova, the Shade of Death, but it appears that her weapon is powered up by the other shades. So there is this like there are these like double helix DNA like swirls, which are most likely Naberius' power, or Gold's Rhine Tears, and this little halo at the top, kinda could be Easteroth's. At the very least, I'm not 100% sure about the halo up top, but this is 100% Naberius. So it seems like the other shades are actually helping her beat Ronova up, which is interesting. Ronova was seen as the most like loyal shade to the Heavenly Principles. Maybe the others are more like, yeah, girl, you should just like chill out a bit. And they're helping
真
Tsaritsa.
の敵は神の独りよがりな祝福よ。
And here we can actually see
ほう、な
Tsaritsa
か
and
なか
Rhine
だ。
Tear.
さて、勝つ覚悟は できているんだろうね。
That was the Geo noses, not the Pyro noses. The Pyro noses is currently missing. Okay, so let me see. Let me see if I can find. They're all kings. Every single noses is a king. Wait, can I not find? I want to find like a pre-made tier list of all the characters from this trailer. No, I typed Shinsnai. Oh no, I made a typo. That's why I can't find anything. Search. Here we go. There are like a billion different ones when I just looked up Shineznaya. I guess let's click the first one. And what do they have here? Okay, this is every character that appears in the trailer except for the shades. But I guess that's fine. The Pyro one is in our hearts, so it's to steal your heart, so she has already won. Interesting theory. Wait, let me check some of the other ones. How do they look? Here are just the character cards and don't include the Fatui. Maybe this one's actually good. But like, do we actually think that Regrator and the Rooster are playable? Are gonna be playable in Shineznaya? No, Pers. I mean, we have to get a Harbinger at least. I mean, that seems very unlikely that we have the noses. We know how it feels to have a noses inside of us already. Because we've done it once. So we would know. And we don't. So we don't have it. That's like a 0.1% probability theory. There is nothing really to talk about here. Okay, this one has the harbingers. Okay, let's use this template. So first easy choice is that Danica is the character I'm most excited about, and it's like Ellen Joe tier, you know. And let's add a tier below. Whoops, wait, what happened? We'll add a row above to like separate her from everybody else. Okay, and then for the other characters, who am I most excited for? Odette and Vodyanica are pretty nice. So is the fairy girl. What's her name? Vesna? I think it's Vesna. Who do I like the least? Pantalon is a chain smoker. So so I feel like he would go pretty low. I kind of like his vibe though. I feel like I will bump him up slightly despite the fact that he's a chain smoker. This red guy does look pretty cool. He's the Smoge emote. Noi. Out of the two guys, out of the bear, the Duke of the North, and Noi, I do like Noi a bit more, I think. So he would go in like B. You can't put both of them in the same tier. You have to choose. You have to choose your camp. This is the like red versus blue. He's also kind of cool, but like yeah. He reminds me too much of Garen. Like I said, Garen from League, so I just like minus points for that. This guy, the sniper, Alyosha. Yeah, Alia should be a bit lower. I do like his like outfit. We didn't see it here too much, but in the previous trailers we saw that he can like put his hoodie on, and it's got like this animalistic design on it, and it's like some Russian traditional clothing. So bonus points for that. But overall, he is just kinda plain. The Einstein guy, probably like high B. He's kinda cute. He might even be like low A. I do hope he's actually a like decent character and not like a Yahoda, you know? If he's a 4-star, I hope he's more like Prune or something where like he's actually useful. And not Yahoda where she's unplayable everywhere. I feel like Yahoda was a bit of an accident though. I mean they would know how to design a good character in year 2026. So it's like if they wanted her to be good, they would make her C6, make it so that her bar fills instantly or something, and they wouldn't make it so that she cannot use her run out of combat. But it's weird because most of the 4-stars are like niche, but good in the niche, right? Like Prune and Iluga, and even Aino is pretty decent. She kind of got giga power crept by Columbina, but that's fine. Okay, the Rooster. He's kind of funny, but he's more like of like a meme. I wouldn't really be like excited to main him or anything. I'd be like, haha, look at this funny guy. And not like a character I would be genuinely invested in. Okay, then we have the waifus. The husbandos were easier to rate, to be honest. With the waifus, it's a bit tougher. Versa is probably like high B. She's pretty cute. I do like the fairy design motif thingy, but there's nothing like special about her. I mean, any character that can apply their element from off-field is good in theater. And then she also can enable all the lunar characters, which can come in handy against some bosses. So like viability in the theater doesn't make the character like better or worse, to be honest. Between Odette and Vodyanica, which one do I like more? Probably Odette. Ballet or opera? Both A. What do you even mean by Wodechjaskne? Oh, you mean Vodyanica. Hydro the Water Girl fan. Did you even pull for Hissilence in Star Rail? The Water Girl from Amphorius? Tough call here, tough call here. You will not be answering that. I do like the siren motif she has. But minus points for actually having legs. Like if she was an actual siren mermaid, then she would be like insta A tier. Maybe she could even like close the gap here somehow. But yeah, she's just a regular girl with like watery motifs. The hair looks pretty nice. I do like the hair. She looks like Nilo, but actually it's in the story. We don't know that yet. Yeah, here is this guy. Like, I guess the armor more so makes me think of Garen and kind of hairstyle. He has purple eyes, so most likely will be Electro. The cape from the back looks pretty cool. Oh, and here is the guy with the cape on. That is kind of cute. Oh yeah, see this kind of design? It's like the eyes and like this looks like a nose or something. So that's cute. I will not mind using him early on if he's the like stellar conduct 4-star. And then the whistle is cool as well. Maybe she's a Kokomi of the maybe she's like Kokomi of Shinsnaya. Starts a war and just becomes irrelevant. Could be. She does seem to be one like inciting the rebellion within Shinsnaya against the Tsaritsa.
あるいはルールに従い合わせるかみんな
And yeah, this is Odette. It's probably Odette over Vodenica. She never like said a single word. But she kinda gives me Lynette vibes. Also is a performer and also seems kind of like, you know, not so emotional, kinda more introverted. So yeah, wait, which one? Oh yeah, let's close the other tier list. We are making this one. So it's probably like A. And it should be like high B. That's a good balance of the tiers. And there will be no D tier. No, I'm not gonna like do that. Oops. Oh no, I cannot put her down. I cannot put her back down. Wait, let's delete this row. So now where is she? Where is the Tsaritsa? This one is difficult for me actually. Deconfirmed. Margarita. I'm quite curious about the mother stuff. But I do not believe. Like overall, I have a very positive perception of Hoyo. I'm a Hoyo shill, if you want to say that. But I do not believe in their ability to write, to like make a female character who actually had like a romantic interest and or a child. So it's just gonna be like an adopted child or something. It does look like he could be, this boy could be her biological child. A lot of people are saying that maybe she had a child with some Kanrian or the third descender or something. But I just don't really see that happening. Also the plot here, most likely with Ronova, because this is a picture, this is like a family picture of Tsaritsa, the boy, and their father. And I feel like this, her cutting the picture is symbolical of removing the father from Irmin's soul. So like just everybody forgot about him. And then the reason, so like if the father was the third descender, which is like the leading theory, Cereza is collecting the noses to revive the third descender, who was the father of her child. Possibly. But the third descender would have died a long time ago, a couple of thousand years ago. But the Tsaritsa is said to like have cut ties with the other Archons and kind of like closed herself and started scheming and stuff around 500 years ago after the Cataclysm. So, what most likely happened is like she didn't even know she lost this guy because he got erased from the Irmin soul. And only after the Cataclysm did she realize that like, oh yeah, this entire history that I remember has been fabricated. If the child is like half Kanrian or something, or if the child was in any way affected by the curse of immortality or wilderness after the Cataclysm, then maybe that, the tragedy of the child, caused Tsaritsa to remember about the guy, possibly the third descender, and she started collecting the noses to rebel against the heavenly principles. Is ever explained why Nova is so loyal to heavenly principles? They are all part of they are the heavenly principles essentially. They are the shades, you know. A shade, like your shadow, is a part of you. The shadow doesn't exist without you, right? So they are the shades. They essentially are the heavenly principles. So that's why they would be loyal by default. And then rebelling against the heavenly principles would be like going against yourself. That's why the other shades were so surprised that Asmodee wasn't present at the meeting back during that like earlier trailer. Now it seems like the other ones. I mean, because Naberius got assimilated by Reindot here, so she's not really herself anymore, literally. And then Istaroth quite likes humanity, so maybe she's kind of like motivated. Maybe she's actually inspired by Asmodee, and also kind of wants to help the little humans. But Ronova is more firm in her beliefs. So it's not that she's so loyal; it's that the others are becoming disloyal.
お母様
Like she is pretty. She's definitely pretty. I can't say she's not. I really like elves as well. I really like Emilia from ReZero, characters like those. I just expected to be like wowed, but it's just really nice. But yeah, it is a really nice design. And also she's an Archon. She's gonna have a banger story. Whether this is her real child or not. Like if this is her real child, then she's like here maybe. But yeah, I feel like she should be A tier.
存在していたのかしら。
And also like white leggings are peak design. And also her freezing this child, like she seems surprised that the child froze over when she touched him. This kind of like a memory anyways. So like one way you could look at it is maybe she froze the child on purpose. Maybe the child would have been affected by a curse and she froze the child to prevent the child from getting cursed. The child is now stored somewhere in a fridge and she's trying to like overthrow the rules of the world so that she can unfreeze the child and he can continue living. But I feel like number one, this kind of looks like a memory thingy anyways, and number two, she seems surprised that the child froze over. So it's more like she was trying to recall this memory, but then she wanted to like reach out to the child and then she saw that the child is just like a frozen memory. Maybe the child is literally frozen, but I feel like this is more symbolic than literal. You haven't. Oh no, whenever Hydro says this.
溺れる者に浮き木を与えるな。凍える者に温かな幻想を抱かせるな。愛の敵は死じゃない。真の敵は神の独りよがりな祝福よ。
She and the parents to throw her child, but it's missing. She's not looking for any notice in particular, she just wants their powers combined. So yeah, if we order the characters within the tiers, probably something like this. Maybe the fairy girl. Where is the fairy girl in the trailer here? She's very cute. I do like fairies.
捜査開始。栄えあるドルジーナの者たちよ、陛下に忠誠を。
I also like her voice more than Vodenica's. Vodenica's voice is kinda like slightly weird to me. So I think she's gonna be lower here. But probably above Garen. And yeah, Noi? the name is really funny. But he does look pretty badass. You would absolutely love Ronova weekly boss. I feel like that's exceedingly likely, actually. Like, we either fight Ronova or we fight Tsaritsa. We have to pick a side. And this is gonna be the main conflict. Tsaritsa versus Ronova. If the trailer is to be believed. Calling him Ganon. Actually, what even is his name? Oh, it's Valerie. He was actually mentioned in the Perry event. In the, like, tournament thingy. So he's confirmed to be a Fatui. But not a Harbinger, he's a lower ranked Fatui officer. I mean, he still has a pretty high rank, but not a Harbinger. This will be our fourth non-Harbinger from the Fatui, after the trio from the House of Hearth. You will be calling him Mishka. Okay, official level is max, so that's good. Oz level 9, that's very nice. This is the talent that matters the most. Daybreak Chronicles is a lot of damage bonus. So, when you already have so much damage bonus from Daybreak Chronicles, the Golden Troop set is a bit worse if you are gonna have her Hexray passive active. So if you are playing her with another Hex character, like Durin, like Sucrose, like Nicole, you would be better off playing the Winds set they carved from Rising Winds. It gives you attack and crit rate, which is more valuable when you already have so much damage bonus from the weapon than just the damage bonus from Golden Troop. It's not like you have to change Golden Troop, it's still a decent set, but if you ever get some nice they carved from Rising Winds pieces, you could move them to Fischl. 73 to 204 crit damage. Crit rate could be a bit higher, but you already have a crit rate hat. It's more like your crit damage weapon simply skewing the ratio, so that's like okay. But yeah, higher crit rate subs would be nice. A bit of VR is actually very welcome on Fischl. I do like having at least 10%. And then, yeah, extra damage of course. You could even think about an attack goblet, to be honest. Especially because this is an off-piece. You already have so much damage bonus. You just have an attack ascension, so you have a lot of attack as well, but you have even more damage bonus. If you are in an overload team, you are gonna getting attack from her own passive. Yeah, I guess the 48% attack she gives would kinda overpower the damage bonus. So you still want damage bonus. But yeah, like, she already has a bunch of these stats, so having day card from Rising Queens for 20 more crit would be quite lovely. Velina. I mean, Velina is pretty simple. You always want energy regen on the 6. You want energy regen on the 2-piece. Yep. And then you just want AP and attack, and that's it. 3 rolls here, 3 rolls here. Not the worst. This piece is 2 rolls. Could be better. 0 rolls in attack percent on your 4. That's not ideal. 0 rolls in AP on the 5. Then 1 roll into AP on the 6. Yeah, so still a lot of room for improvement. Also make sure to get DF. That's the most important one. And then almost all of her abilities are actually pretty decent. Because they have very good days. The damage won't change much, but the days can be pretty huge. So yeah, so the final tier list is this. F-Car, yeah, exactly. I can delete this because it kinda looks weird with the empty tier. So yeah, Danica is the character I'm most excited about, without a doubt. Far above everybody else. And probably these 4. This guy could be like high B, the Einstein guy. But he looks pretty cool. I hope he's relevant in the story. He's gonna be like the little genius who understands how like everything works. He might be like a male Aino. So it could be cool. Like I could see like moving him down, I could see moving her even up in his place. But it's just supposed to be like the initial vibe, you know? The initial vibe. Yeah. Download image. myimage.png. Let me copy it somewhere I won't lose it like the previous tier list. Rename. Śnieżnaja. Character. Tier list. Or let's call it Śnieżnaja preview. Character tier list. And let's move it to like pictures. Saved pictures. Surely I will not lose it here. Yeah, surely. And let's save it on TierMaker as well. Actually, I don't need to call it a tier list because it's a tier list website. Okay. And I have some of my ancient tier lists, but not the one I made from Not Cry, unfortunately, saved on this account. This is not a bad tier list, I would give it a 0 out of 10. Thank you for your contribution. I'm quite curious how this will turn out. We already have a lot of intrigue set up. Oh my god, so much mail. Oh my god, what is happening? Daily check-in, daily check-in, daily check-in. Battle Pass and Chronicle rewards reminder. Daily check-in, daily check-in. Sino birthday. I once again perused some precious historical records related to the 7 pillars of King the Shred. Among the god king's various pillars, the 3 kings stand out for their vastly differing temperaments. Yet they have steadfastly remained companions to this day. While the shared experience of imprisonment in Aru was certainly a factor, I believe the primary reason for this is their insistence on playing cards to ease their boredom throughout their long ordeal. As you know, this is also a principle I have long subscribed to, and not really a new discovery by any means. But the strong never miss an opportunity to grow. The wisdom shown by the 3 kings has also given me a fresh spark of inspiration. Compared to card games which are rather competitive and fast-paced, perhaps chess is a more family-friendly game. And do you know why? Because chess is simply chock full of cheer. Having said that, have you thought of how to counter the chess salt I'm about to launch? Come, play around with me. Which game is updating next week? Should be Genshin, right? I'm pretty sure it's Genshin. And which has the stream? Star Rail. You have not used Lochen or his Sig once since you maxed out. Oh yeah, speaking of that, I need to pull the Sig. And we also had Raiden's birthday and one day later Miko's birthday. Then Miko insisted that I visit the shrine and draw a fortune slip. She claimed that it has recently caught on in Inazuma to draw a fortune slip on one's birthday as a way to divine the fortunes of the year to come. The first slip I drew bore the words Great Fortune, yet upon seeing Miko's knowing smile I suspected some contrivance on her part. Thus I drew twice more, the result remained unchanged, Great Fortune. Miko then said, "You are the deity who protects Inazuma. To grow Great Fortune 3 times in succession is surely an omen that Inazuma too shall know peace and prosperity in the coming year. If Miko's words hold true, then I could ask for no more auspicious sign. I have hung the fortune slips upon the sacred sakura, and trusting it with my wish that Inazuma remain under its protection. The sacred sakura stands as stately as ever, its blossoms flourishing in abundance. Should you pass by, come join me beneath the boughs so we can enjoy the view together." Abundance? Abundance mentioned? The path, Star Rail? Hello, dear hero. I have made a... Oh yeah, although Tilted probably doesn't care too much about the upcoming Genshin character, does he? But yeah, this is my final tier list of who I am most excited for in Śnieżnaja. And then, ideally, after all of them are released, we'll take a look back at the tier list and reorder the characters based on how I actually like them after getting to know them. Although I feel like in Not Cry, my initial assessment was kinda like spot on with how much I ended up liking the characters. Like I had Lama and Nefer lower down, and yeah, those are the characters I actually liked the least in the story as well. I didn't dislike them, but I liked them less than the others around them. And like yeah, Inefa and Durin and Aino were definitely were definitely my favorites, both gameplay wise and um, just like in the story. No Tsaritsa yet. Would be weird if they already had Tsaritsa keychains stocked there. Did we even have the trailer? Has the trailer even released by the time you went there? Oops. Recently, the Shrine's fortune slips have been running low, so I was about to prepare another batch of great fortune slips. As I was getting started, I arrived and said she wished to see me draw one for herself. Oh my dear god. Surely she cannot still suspect me of a little foul play even after a full day has passed. Fortunately, the slip I drew read good fortune, a most convenient result, wouldn't you say? I can guess what was weighing on her mind. A thinks far too much and allows herself to accept far too little. When luck smiles upon you, you ought simply to be pleased and take it. Life is much easier that way, after all. That's precisely why I, her familiar, draw only good fortune and still be the happier of the two. What? The sentence is kind of broken, no? It should be like still am the happier of the two, right? This is precisely why I draw only good fortune and still be the happier of the two. Yeah, this should not be a whatever. She was silent for quite some time, then said she wished for more tea. Very well, if there is one thing we are never short of, it is tea. Should curiosity get the better of you, come and draw a slip yourself. I shall have tea and sweets waiting. So much mora and so much food. Let's do the survey as well. I put no in front of Tsaritsa? Yeah. No, kinda slays. Wait, so what was this version? Kinda like the cooldown version after Dorman Port, but I was finishing Dorman Port and the Temple of Space. Wait, Temple of Space was last patch, right? Not this patch. Or was it this patch? Because we got Nicole and Lochen. Wait, when did the Temple of Space release? Last patch. Yeah, definitely last patch, because we could meet Prune before she came out, and Prune came out this patch. yeah. But Prune is also a nice character. The event was low. Oh yeah, the Little Hex and Circle event was peak, so this is very satisfied for sure. Oh, and we had the Sumeru story, of course. I forgot that's what happened this patch. Following characters: Nicole, Durin, Lochen, Mavujka, Prune. Yeah, they're all great. Miliastra Wonderland. It's like okay. It's fine. Phantasmal Poles. So that's... Why isn't this just like a single version? That's a peak event. Very satisfied. Fluidity of interface operations. I guess so. Clarity of the information and the aesthetic design. Yeah, this was super cute. I took a bunch of screenshots. Very satisfied with the Yampus atmosphere and plot content. And the rewards. And time to obtain them. Clarity of the tutorials? Sure. I mean, I can say they were unclear. They were a bit too, like, front-loaded. You would launch a stage and you would be immediately, like, assaulted with 10 billion tutorials. Just let me, like, learn things along the way or something. So this combat event, it was, like, not the worst. It was okay. Better than the recent combat events, but it doesn't say much. I like the golf. I saw a lot of people were salty because they were bad at it, but it was kind of fun. Oh, and the platformer was probably the best one. And I like the Subway Surfers as well. What the reason for my satisfaction? The golf gameplay is interesting. Maybe let's say fresh and novel more so. Klee is cute. Or maybe Klee and the Dokos are cute. Have you encountered any of the following issues? No. How interesting did you find the sub-event? It was cool. Yeah, difficulty? Yeah, somewhat easy. Not like very easy, but somewhat easy. Time required? Sure. Like, I'm not even... The time required questions are always so weird. Because am I even, like... If I select unsatisfied, would they think that I think it was too much or too little? I have never thought that I needed to do too much for rewards in Genshin, like, ever. I like playing the game. I don't care about the rewards that much. I just want to have fun. So I prefer an event that is too long than an event that is too short, to be honest. Unless it's like horrible and it's like, okay, yeah, let me just get this over with and move on. But if it's fun, I want it to last for longer. Do you have any other comments or thoughts you want to share about the version Luna 7 events? Not really. No thoughts, head empty. Okay, let's collect some artifacts. Oh yeah, also the pools. Let's do a 10 pool and get it. The Lochensig. What is my PT? Oh, I have like nothing. Oh, bro. That's not good. We have 12 PT only? I thought I had like at least 22. And I do know I had a fate point. I did know that. But... I forgot my PT was this low. Okay, let's just get it anyways. Yeah. Okay, we got a Sucrose and 2 4-star weapons. That's pretty good. Not bad at all. But yeah, time remaining 2 days. Time remaining 2 days. It's even 1.8 wishes. Because we got 9 star glitter from this. Are the creatures about to appear? Recently my bank stopped bothering me about Genshin purchases like at all. Also we get the bonus Primo Gems from using the official top-up shop. Not only is it the cheapest option for top-ups, you also get bonus crystals. This is free. Kinda, if you don't count the like base price at all. Oh, maybe we should have saved some of them for the Citlali skin, but whatever, we just top up again, it's fine. Also, let's get these wishes. Because the next patch we're getting a Citlali skin. So this is 32. I mean, I will have to top up like $1 billion for C6 Danica anyways, so it doesn't really matter whether I like save the crystals now or top them up later. Any first I'd like to see along the way? Not really. There are a couple 4-stars that I don't have on at C6 yet. But I don't really use them. And these weapons aren't too inspiring either. Like, I'm never gonna use these. The only 4-stars I use are fav weapons, realistically. Wait, is this 42 or 52? I lost track already. Are you getting the bonus reset in Shenzhen? It's probably gonna be a tiny bit later, like not immediately when Shenzhen releases. Or actually, wait, does it line up? Because it will be for the anniversary. I've done 3. So I started at 10, and then we were 20, 30, 40. So this is the 3rd, right? Is this what you mean? Or is it the 4th? This is the 3rd, okay, so this is up to 42 PT. So yeah, whichever patch will contain September 26th or whatever, whenever the game came out, whichever patch will contain this date within it will be the patch when the double bonus resets. Double incoming. I doubt that. So this is 52. Oh, that's Hazel. Okay. This will be 62. Good double stay in ZZ. Very nice. I only ever got a double on the Bangbu banner in ZZ. Okay, this is up to 72, so this has to be it. Yep. So this is 63? 64? Okay, immediately on soft PT pretty much. And now we are on 8 PT. So we got there. The journey was perilous, but we got there. Let's buy these things. I'll probably need them eventually, no? Okay, so back to the scheduled programming, aka we are collecting artifacts. Wait, what am I doing? That's the wrong place. Instant 90? You mean the weapon? Yeah, I mean it's for Lochen. I should have probably saved some of the resin I had and like farmed for the weapon mods. Actually, could have I even done that today? No. Okay, that's fine then. So many 3 stars. Okay. And now we are locked. So I guess he will keep the Jadewing Spear for now, but we will change to the Disaster once it's leveled up. I also need to max his skill out. Craft around 0. Couldn't have farmed those today either. But yeah, I will level up the weapon first. Oh, this little event that blocks my path. We're going to finish the event today as well, because it's ending very soon. As in, like, tomorrow is the last day. And they have still not finished it. But it shouldn't take more than like 15 minutes. Oh yeah, one thing that I still haven't done, I still haven't even started, is the like Lina backpack quest. If you get like... If you own Lina, you can do some quests where she like catches rare animals or something. And then your backpack can get like different emotes. You have backpack customization options. Oh yeah, that's one thing they've been doing in Not Cry. Giving like some special environmental passives. Or like they're not even like direct passives, but just like some bonus features for each character. Either some little quests that you can only do when you have them, or some extra customization options for them. Inefa and Aino can upgrade. Inefa can upgrade her Birgitta, I think it's called. And Aino can upgrade her little ducky. Very minimal changes. But yeah, they exist. And the other characters have like little quests. Llama can talk to animals. Nefer and Yahoda. Oh, again? Oh my god. I just salvaged all the garbage, man. So I wonder if they're gonna continue with that in Snezhnaya. Whoa, what happened to me? Excuse me, little Asia. Why did he fall to the ground? Bro. And if so, if they do continue with that, I wonder what kind of passives or like extra features the new characters will get. Oh yeah, Zibai got the portable waypoint. Nefer and Iluga can interact with some of the Lightkeeper thingies. Okay, market done. Over here. I need more water. Remember to stay hydrated in the summer heat.
属性を見下ろさん。
No, I messed up.
遅風よ。
Back to Natlan. I always struggle here for a second. Which way I'm supposed to go? I said to not kill this guy for once and he slapped me for it. Oops. No, let me out. I'll say I do have the lost players.
飛ぶか
No! I grabbed the bait spot. Oh no.
見ててよ。
I need to skip one now. To not hit too many.
Yeah.
I just skip the one down there. Minus one artifact. Or maybe even two. Or maybe even a single 2-star.
行くよ。ヒーロー決断。たあ。紅に染まって散りなさい。そこ頭突き。ジャスティス。くらえ。
Bro thought he was safe in the tent. But the Chioridos did not care. Why not kill the healer? He was the better. I usually kill him. I just didn't feel like it today though. Not even sure why. Just unlocked Bangbu, very nice. The Bangbu banner currency, the Bupons, can only be obtained free to play. Like, even if you wanted to swipe for them, it's impossible. So stuff like the Zimmerit shop and the investigation point shop over at like next to like the shield defense stand and everything. There you can buy some Bupons every month. You can get Bupons every week from clearing Hollow Zero. You can get Bupons every patch from a daily login on the second half. And if you are wondering, oh, is it like very important that I get the optimal Bangbu for my team? No. The Bangbu do not matter much. Some can be slightly helpful, especially Bangbu that give you buffs. There is like a Bangbu that will give you 5% bonus attack or something. Actually, I think it's damage bonus. Attack would be too good. Combat attack percent is a pretty premium stat in Zenless. But yeah, even the best Bangbu can maybe save you like a second or two in endgame. And the worst Bangbu will do nothing. So, you know, having the optimal Bangbu for your team, nice. Like, yeah, you could be pulling for that if you want to. But it doesn't really matter. You can just pull for the Bangbu that looks the cutest. And play it in every team and you'll be fine. Sumeru is where we are going.
急がなきゃ。やっ。あ。
Yahoo! I like how chill this all is, you know? I listen to the peaceful music. Peaceful Sumeru music. From 4 years ago. I click the shiny spots. Get some value. This is like the very definition of chill. Usually an artifact route, yeah, it's like, it can be pretty intimidating at first, but what I do is, for the first couple times, if I want to learn a new route, I will just like find a video or a post about it, and I will just like follow it spot after spot the first few times. And eventually, as time goes on, I will start remembering first like the simpler parts, then for the more complicated parts I will still need the video, but that's okay. And after maybe I do it like between 5 to 10 times, I'm able to do it without looking up where I'm supposed to go and when. So initially it will take some more time because we'll be like pausing and pausing to rewatch the video, double check if you're actually getting the right spot. So this route I'm using, so the artifact route goat is called Graph on YouTube, Graph, Graph, yes. So yeah, Graph is the artifact goat on YouTube. He will sometimes release videos about how the routes have changed with like new updates and whatever. So that's probably the best place to check. Let me make sure. I will link his channel. So this. And has he posted any routes recently? Because he sometimes posts videos more about like the tech of artifact collection. More so than entire routes. Like he will talk about new artifact spots from an update. Some science between the King the Sheptum, the Second Hall. Oh, that's pretty nice though. This is the place I'm doing right now. The Second Hall. Oh yeah, because you know, in order to actually use this place for artifacts, you need to like complete the quest and set up all the elevators and the doors correctly. So this video right here is just for like the proper setup of this area. But yeah, this video, 6.3 artifact routes, this should be the most like recent just full route. There are 2 routes in this video. Oh, I pasted like t equals 305 seconds, whatever. You can just like rewind it. So there are 2 routes in this video, one for like your prime route, and then the other one for if the artifacts are on cooldown. Because the artifact spots, most of them reset in 24 hours. I should watch the C1 Chaska movement tech as well. Most of them reset in exactly 24 hours, so if I do it right now, and then tomorrow at like 3 PM I will want to do an artifact route, I will be unable to, right? Because the spots will not have refreshed yet. So that's why there's a B route. Yeah, I've heard about this, because the spots stay loaded. Because after you collect 100 spots, new spots will not spawn in, but if they already exist in the world, they will persist there. That's what we are doing here, right? By going to this place and grabbing my 100th spot right here, all of these spots are already loaded in within range, and they stay loaded as I collect all of them. And if you have more people in the world, they can keep more of the spots loaded in. So you'll just have people standing in like the one person will just do something like this, just grab the 99th spot, and then everything else, and then you can have 3 co-op teammates, which can be your alt accounts, that will just stand in spots that load a lot of artifacts as well, like the market here is a lot of spots, or I think Tatarasuna is a lot of spots. This used to be a popular route extension. But yeah, I don't even do this every single day. I only grab the artifacts when I'm streaming. Haven't really done artifact routes off stream for a while. But yeah, the route that I just linked, that video, is even newer than my route. This is like an earlier one. There probably won't be too many differences, but a few here and there. I should learn the newer route as well. But something that's even harder than learning your first route is changing the one you've been doing for a while. Because like I can already do this in like 10 minutes. Do I really need to learn a new one that will be like a minute faster or something? There is like a similar amount of effort required to learn the new route, but a way smaller reward. We yap through half of it anyways, we don't care about efficiency. I have 40 resin again. Let's max out my Chichi after all these years. And by that I mean that we'll get a 4-drop here. I am not wondering will we get a 4-drop and save 40 resin. I am saying we will get a 4-drop and save 40 resin.
ついお昼寝したくなっちゃうよね。スピーン行くよ。突撃タッドヒーロー見参ドーン
Oh, let's go! I knew it! I knew it, no doubt in my mind. I knew you'd get the 4-drop. And get the 20 save 40 resin. Easiest 4-drop of my life. Why no Gamba? Cause the results were known beforehand. But I could have done one. It would be a very unfavorable Gamba for the believers though. The drop rate of like the 4... It has to be like around 10% or so. I would imagine. Whoops. Character Ascension Material. Let's actually look this up. Do they have the data here? That's not actually what I'm looking for. What are the boss mods called? Character development items. So this is Ascension. Wait, so which one of these three is it? So these are the diamonds. These are the books. Okay, character level up material for some reason. Why is this level up and this Ascension? I don't know, they are both used for Ascension anyways. They not have drop rates for these? Hello, little gamer. Maybe if I look at the enemies, yeah, maybe like normal boss page will have the drop rate info. Yes, there's drop rates page. There is no world level 9 on this list. Well, that's unfortunate. Because yeah, before it was, you would always get 2 and then the third one was around 50-50. A bit favorable. But now you always get 3 and the third one is like very low. Well. I'll try to look this up later. So we need cryogems. We can make exactly 6 of them. Of course, not counting the 24 and like the 141 here. Craftable amount, 23 actually. And we can also craft like... Actually, which gems can I craft? 13, 58, 90, oh yeah. 75, 17. What was I checking? I want to check what the drop rate is to get 4 mats from a boss instead of 3. I just got 4, exactly when I needed them. Because my Chichi, I was at 16 out of 20 mats. By getting the 4 drop, I saved 40 resin. And I was wondering what the chances. Vibes based, I would say it's around 10 to 20%. Probably closer to 10. Yeah, I would say it's 10. Maybe 12. But I don't know the actual number. And the wiki does not have updated info on this. Oh yeah, the healing bonus ascension is going up.
あなたがいてくれたおかげだ。ありがとう。もう一つ願いを叶えてくれる？これからはナナに守らせてほしいけど、いいかな？
Is it good if you are pulling for Sandrone? Yes, she will be best in slot. For the next patch. So, Sandrone team, the best Sandrone teams are gonna be... you always play Yae, and then probably Chichi and Escoffier. Nicole is also an option, but yeah, Nicole over Escoffier is also an option, especially if you have some cons, like C2 Nicole would be a banger, but even C0 Nicole is like fine, but probably worse than Esco. So, when Snezhnaya actually comes out, the Esco slot, the Esco/Nicole slot, will be the first one you will be looking to replace. So we'll probably get maybe the Cryo Traveler, maybe a new 4-star, or maybe even one of the new 5-stars to replace the 4th slot, and most likely we'll get something to replace the 3rd slot, which would be the Chichi. So she will definitely get replaced in the team, there is no doubt about that. She's not like spectacular, but she's pretty good. She's pretty good, and will be what you want to play in the Stygian next patch for best results. Also, we should get her a Milelith set. I should also farm a bit more of like these pieces. Pyro damage bonus goblet. But yeah, let's filter for Milelith. Because that's what you will want to play on her. Or we could go Noblesse actually. I could go, like the best setup would be Milelith on Escoffier and then Noblesse on Chichi. But I don't want to change my Esco set. Like this won't be terrible either way. I have the Sig. Yeah. It's fine. Oh, this is kind of nice. Crit rate ER. Maybe we steal the Faruzan piece. I have not played Faruzan in ages. We'll just take this. EM isn't bad. Wait, this piece is actually kind of peak. EM is okay. Here I'll probably be fine playing attack and not ER. I'm not sure what my... Ooh. Not sure what my energy requirements will be. But I will want to burst. I mean, if you don't burst with GG, it's okay. Her burst just deals damage. At C6 it also buffs the team a bit. Gives like quills. So here we need attack percent as well. This always attack percent. And I don't have a single piece like this. Crit rate, crit damage EM on set, but yeah, Miko has it. And Miko is actually high priority in the team. Oh, this is on Flains? Wait, why is Flains playing this? Is this really my best piece for Flains? I'm kinda surprised by that, to be honest. No, this crit damage. These subs are pretty nice, but it's crit damage. I guess we just play this, it's fine. And then offset attack goblet. Which I did recently pick C6 Chichi from the selector. So that's pretty nice. Oh, this piece is free for the taking. Somebody will take it eventually though, right? Maybe even Sandrona herself. Because my Flints has an onset. Slightly worse, but it's onset. I need to optimize a bunch of my characters. I'm probably missing out on like 5 to 10% damage on like all my teams because I haven't used the optimizer in a year or more. Okay, so what would my stats be? 81 to 108. Maybe we duplicate the crit damage hat? I mean, now I will have too much crit damage. 54 to 148. So my other pieces are like all heavily crit rate focused. I might even need ear sounds. Would be a bit of a shame. We'll probably take the ones from Faruzan. They aren't bad. But we'll see how it works in practice. I could play a more heavy like crit damage goblet. I don't really have good options for that though. 3 flat def rolls on Obeid. That's a potentially good attack goblet. Where did this come from? An attack goblet on Codex. Let's go like plus 12. Okay. Those rolls are pretty low. Because we got 5.8. That's 3.1 and 2.7 low roll and mid low roll. But okay, could have been worse. We could have rolled 80%. Or we could have low rolled twice instead of getting a mid low roll once. Why did I even open my mouth? Hey, double bonus. That's a low roll in crit damage. Very unimpressive piece. But I guess an upgrade over the finale attack goblet. Because it has ER. And the crit value is similar. Slightly lower. But I would probably take the ER over like 1 crit value. But that's fine. I might be missing like the FAF proc though. What if we don't need the FAF proc? If I would not need the FAF proc, maybe play Skyward Blade. Or Freedom Thorn actually. Oh yeah, wait, that's good, right? The guy triggers immediate reactions. So this should work, right? How does this work with Stellar Conduct, like triggering a reaction? I'm not actually sure. Okay, 20% attack. The damage bonus is useless, but 20% attack is good. So if I will not need the Fav, we could play the Freedom Thorn. Wait, why is Chlorine on Key of Kajnizut and Nilu on Freedom Thorn? Shenanigans have happened. And Ayaka is on Absolution. Okay, let's go complete the event. Because time is running out and we still have not gotten all the rewards. Let's actually talk with Bennett first, because I still haven't talked with him here. Let's do our best. Alright, it's always so exciting to be on an adventure with you. Oh, that's it? Why? There are essentially 2 goodbye options. Any more good news? Well, let me think. Because I was having such great luck in Atlanta, I was able to explore things I hadn't dared to delve into before. For example, making myself a perfectly suited set of adventure gear. Wrist guards, knee pads, leg wraps, and insoles, all included. Why these? That's something you should also pay more attention to, Jan. Protecting your joints and feet from injury is really important when you are on an adventure. Climbing with a load puts your knees under constant stress. So, when you're moving through rugged terrain, you've got to stay sure-footed. One wrong step and you could easily twist an ankle. On longer hikes, your feet might give out before your legs do. You've got to guard against fatigue, or you might end up hurting yourself without even realizing it. That's when gear that cushions impact and protects you really comes in handy. You do have a point there. In the long run, you can never have too much handy gear. You might also be interested in some tips other adventurers have gathered through years of trial and error. For example, you can chop up plants like the Calla Lily and Saurian Claw Succulent, crush them into a flour, and cook the mixture with unmoving essential oil for a couple days. Then pour everything into a mold and let it cool next to the mist flower overnight. After that, just trim it lightly and shave off any uneven parts. And voila, you've got protective gear that's even more shock absorbing than the prancing mushrooms of Sumeru. They say with it on, you could climb the Great Volcano of Tolan twice in a day and your soles and joints would still be fine. Sounds like a pretty straightforward process to me, although I could probably climb the volcano a few times even without it. And if I were anywhere else, I would probably find myself stuck at the cooking part. Either something unknown gets mixed into the pot and the whole thing spoils halfway through, or the entire pot explodes and sends fragments flying everywhere. If I went shopping for something similar, I would either end up with gear that doesn't fit me or something of poor quality. Not that sellers deliberately trying to sell me something inferior, rather they might not even be aware of the quality issues themselves. I would just have to chalk it up to bad luck in either case. That's why I've never had good protective gear before. Well, it's not exactly mission critical, but it definitely affects how your adventure goes. So I decided to get exactly what I need to finally make gear I would be satisfied with during this trip to the resort. This feels so wonderful. So this is what it feels like to run with good insoles and knee pads that fit just right. You can get Maviga C2, but you got C1. Maybe you'll get the next one, next banner. That's fine, yeah. C2 is like the big one, C1 is like fine. But yeah, she's an Archon, she will get reruns frequently. I think of the Cryork, I actually made a tier list of all the upcoming characters, how much I like them just based on their design and the few lines maybe they said during the trailer. I quite like the Tsaritsa. My first thought was she kinda looks like I expected her to look. So I wasn't like wowed by her. It's like, yep, that's a Tsaritsa. But it is a good design. I do like ice elves. Even if she's just like a pretty generic looking ice elf. To be honest. But yeah, she's pretty. Cry Archon's soccer mom. So she's like third on my list here. I'm quite curious what they will do with like the child. What will actually be the story there? Because not a single Genshin character has ever like fallen in love with somebody other than the Traveler, and even the Traveler ships are kind of vague anyways. And this also applies to Star Rail and Zenless. There are some like hints at ships, but it'll just be like friendships and nothing romantic ever. So a character actually having a child, I find it quite sus. It's gonna be like adopted or created or something. I'll be very pleasantly. So don't get me wrong. I'll be very pleasantly surprised if it was her real kid. I am not one of the people who hate the characters having kids, but there are enough of those people that Hoyo is catering to, or maybe just they themselves want all their waifus to be pure. But I find it unlikely that they would change the status quo. There are some romantic relationships between playable characters in Honkai 3rd. But only... like, the Honkai 3rd only has girls as playable characters, so it's just all Yuri. But there was a kiss! There was a kiss in one manga. Not in-game, but in an official manga. Wait. Yep, this is Bronya and Zella from Honkai 3rd. And that's the closest we ever got to... I mean, this is like straight up a romantic relationship. She made a human with eyes, but like there is another parent to this child. Because we did see it being erased. We did see like the Ronova slicing the picture and removing somebody from the picture, and that's probably the other parent. It could be that just made the child together. There is another character in a very similar situation, and that's Alice. We even know, like, Klee has a mom and a dad. The mom is Alice and the dad is Kleiner. But now what is actually their relationship between Alice and Kleiner? And how was the child created? Are questions we do not have concrete answers to. Are there any of your other friends around here? Well, if you mean the adventurer friends I've met before, they are all satisfied and have gone back home with my dads. The only ones left in Atlanta are a few tourists from Mondstadt who rode in with us. But there was, I think, a wrestler with horns on her head. She came up to me and asked if I'd seen a girl wearing a hat. She's like over there, but she's not even rendered in. Heard that wrestler is some big shot warrior from the Collective of Plenty who did pretty well at the Dragonspine International Cross Country Challenge. Maybe quite a few of those monstanders have made friends with the people of Natlan while we weren't looking. But yeah, here is Hironen with Nepeka. And... oh yeah. Here is Varesa with Millie, what's her name? We've already talked with them before. I mean, we see a person being removed, so no, that's pretty unlikely based on the facts. Oh wait, I picked the wrong character. Varesa is optimal. And we need to min-max. Because Varesa just runs faster, yeah, this game knows what's up. And the passive that she runs faster is not disabled. Because she runs faster but consumes stamina faster. However, there is no stamina consumption in this event. So she just runs faster, at no downside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, bros, don't run away from me. Or like, do run away, but in the right direction. He stole my boys! Bro, what was that?
Yeah.
Now back to pushing the small guys. Oops. Pushing ones without paint is kinda pointless. Kinda paintless. Man, I'm trying to get them painted, but the guy pushed them around in an annoying way. My team is actually doing quite a lot in this time around. Gotta say. I have had stages where I was the only one actually playing the game. They just could stop stealing my guys. And he stole my guys but I didn't even paint them properly.
Yeah.
I actually got the complete the challenge. Ooh, I got hit with the "you were useless" badge. I didn't get many points at all. He's a clone of Alice. Could be a thing. The Grand Paint Splash Festival? Trampoline? Upon landing, you will trigger a massive paint splash. Ooh, intriguing. I mean, I already had like 30k points from the first two almost. I had like 2500 points from the first two. So, yeah. I could even get one under 1k and it would be fine. But yeah, before I got 1200 and 1300. So the 1100 I got now is a bit lower. Oh, bros. Broskis. Run inside. Oh boy.
お前って本当にせっ
ダイビングヒップ
This one's kind of fun with the plunging.
ダイビングヒップ
しっかりついてこいよ
Oh, the pink ones you don't need to color. Oh, there's so many here. What's this guy doing? You can color them.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have nice points. Let's go to these guys as well. I don't want to jump too high. the height of the jump doesn't actually improve the effect of the paint. So you want to like cancel the jump early. Oh no, one more. Or actually no, we already entered the next stage. Okay, that's good. Oops, that was too high of a jump. There are a ton of guys here.
見ててよ
Okay. Highest number of paintballs in the matching color zones. Let's go. Aki got hit with the "you were useless" badge.
おううん
Even pull the Varga in there. Your favorite character is Kirara, Nula, and Raiden? That was happening? That was a weirdly longer load. My favorite character is probably gonna be Danica. Once she comes out. Although, I'm not 100% sure yet, because, you know, she might be a flop. You never know based on design alone how the character will turn out, but I have faith in Hoyo. There is no Genshin character that I, like, hate. My least favorite is Xingqiu. And even then, he's like... I mean, he's kind of unsufferable. But I guess he's supposed to be. But yeah, some of my favorite characters that are currently out would be like Klee, Inefa, Chiori, Durin. And like Fischl. That would be like maybe top 5 in no particular order. I'll take a quick bathroom break and we'll be right back with the final stage of this event. I miss Polly. Hello, Kurang. Or Kuranj? Now I'm back. Hello, hello. Puff and paint joy pop bottles will appear throughout the arena. These balls intermittently erupt or inhale, pushing or pulling nearby roaming paintballs while simultaneously recoloring them. How much do you pay me to play Wua? Like $1,000 would be good. I don't know what Cash App is. Not something we use in Poland. Another Varka, tallest character to run the fastest, but Varus is actually faster anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, bro! Don't push my guys. What are the suckage thingies? Oh, these are the suckage thingies, the bottles. Oh, very efficient.
Yeah.
Everybody was in the correct place at the correct time. Oh, I dropped them. Bro, don't steal them from me. It won't count towards my stats. Okay, these ones will get pushed by the joy pop thingy, whatever. Oh, one found its way on the other side of the fence? What happened here? Oh my god. Oh, this one's on the wrong side of the fence as well. Okay, attraction bonus finally. Bro, don't slow me down. Ah! Most paintballs converted, nice. So only once in the 5 challenges I got the useless badge. 1455! No, that's a good score. Not like it mattered much. Feels so American. Oh, looks like our colorist Ashas are very much satisfied now. This is so dumb. Because colorist means somebody who like discriminates people based on their skin color. And then this event is about segregating Asha depending on which color they are. I mean, you kind of always, it's always like you make them orange and then they go into the orange box. They started the same, I guess. But why did they use the word colorist? Another challenge completed for our wondrous Ashas. Awesome, we did it! Is Asha here inspired to start another artwork nearby? Well, you know how inspiration can come and go in the blink of an eye, so you have to strike while the iron is still hot. Look at all the treasure that's left behind. And Paimon, the two of you should have it, for all the hard work you've put in. Maybe next time we come by, we'll be able to see the colorist Asha's masterpiece. Just imagine what kind of work it would be, especially when even the regular Ashas are already capable of coming up with such beautiful colors. Paimon can't wait to see what the colorist Ashas will create. Maybe they will come up with something beyond what words can describe. Maybe the colors of Floriston, the moon, or the depth of the starry sky. Yeah, that's exactly how it should be. If we come across a creature in some kind of trouble during our adventures, we should do everything we can to help it. Who knows, maybe one day we'll receive some unexpected rewards. I agree with Ben, and it feels very fulfilling as well. But we shouldn't do it just because of some expected reward, and that will be beside the point. Even if there is nothing in it for us, helping friends in need and seeing their smiles return as things turn for the better, I really like that feeling. And probably he has the same dialogue as before, right? Oh no, it's different! It's actually different than the dialogue we got earlier today. I would like to have a recap of what we went about collecting the paint. Are we getting inspired too? Go for it then. Wait, what? Oh, this is just like, I want to play more event, I guess. What do you plan to do next? I might be a bit short on time. Since there are still a few days before the next caravan departs for Mondstadt, I want to try climbing the great volcano of Tolan. What I mean is I would like to find a scenic spot on the outskirts to take in the view, while being mindful of local customs, of course. Enjoy the scenery all you want, but be sure to avoid any dangers. Yes, I will. When I'm in Atlan, I feel unstoppable. I hope everything goes smoothly for you too. Oops. I was like, I'm Varesa, I press E, but I'm not Varesa. That dialogue probably will not have changed. Or wait, they stand in a different spot now, so it will be different. I met a few low-key fans of Woven's Scroll comics while at the Easy Breeze Holiday Resort recently. They were all discussing this new release, called a super strong but also overly chill to Miney. Huh? I think I've heard of it before. It's a crossover work by Miss Vigi, an interactive film specialist, a light novel based on folk legends from Atlan in recent years. Yeah, that's right, but it's written in a way that's different from most mainstream works. It's almost like a collection of travel anecdotes, and somehow out of nowhere it became this huge hit. I think that when I finally become a real artist, I will need to explore new concepts in my work too. And once I've honed my skills to a certain level, I will try weaving in some comic-style storyboard panels into this work too. Wait, where is... Where is Shilonen? Because she used to be here. But she must have moved. Does anybody know where Shilonen resides after you finish the event? I will try looking this up. Maybe on the wiki page it will be somewhere? Or maybe in the comments? This is the old location. I'm in the story section. Oh, Nepeka and Shilonen only have one set of dialogue. Okay, so they just disappear. They actually did go home. Okay, so let's claim the rewards. We have already completed the test runs. What I do need to do is complete my Miliastra weeklies if I want to get the swirling butterfly trails, which I don't really care about, but I mean, might as well. So I go to the DPS test because I have 2 AFK stages favorited. So for the 3rd stage, I just do this one. Although, probably I could just find the 3rd AFK stage. I know there's a popular one with Capitano, where you just like go up to his chair and sit on it. But honestly, this is even faster than the Capitano stage. In the Capitano stage, you have to walk. And then in this stage that I have here, you don't do anything. So while these are completing, we'll start doing Genshin as is tradition. You can just like re-queue after every guess. One up arrow, but not from that clan. So maybe it's Skirk. Still up. So it's an early not Cry character. But not a Polearm. Not Dendro. Not Claymore. So it's not Aino. It's not Inefa. It's not Flins. It's not Lauma. It's not Nefer. Who was released in like Luna 3? Durin? Was Durin already Luna 3? But it's not Durin. Huh? Oh, it's gonna be a Hoda. No? Wait, I'm cooked. So it's Luna 4 actually. I thought it would be 2 up arrows, but I guess it's only 1. So it's a catalyst. So it's Columbina, right? Yeah. I thought this would be already like too late. 6-3 Luna 4. Because there was only 1 up arrow, but I guess it includes like the next point 3 as well. Gotta remember whether it's like inclusive or exclusive. But we got there. Barely, but we got there.いい景色だね。休憩中にこの景色を絵にしようか。So while I'm on break, let's paint this view. Paint this view. So I immediately think albedo. Okay. Squats. It's 26 degrees in my room, and you're saying I have to do squats in this weather. Let's requeue. I'm not gonna change the scene. It's too annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm already constantly switching the scenes between browser and game. I'm not gonna switch between the big one as well. I do get like a Stream Deck thingy. Mualani review. There is no Mualani. There is no Mualani, huh? Maybe you should have freaking checked before you redeemed the reward thingy. Okay, so yeah, we wanted the albedo. Eula. No. What is this? Oh, it's a person that's like running. Maybe it's Kazuha. Xianyun? Senate Strategy Dance of 1,000 Nights. Senate Strategy? Dance of 1,000 Nights? It's gotta be somebody from Sumeru, right? So I'm thinking Sethos, Candice, or Nilu. I think I will go Sethos. It's Dendro. So it's not Candice nor Nilu. Oh, it's gonna be Nefer. Okay, easy. Now let me requeue. I mean, we got there. And Sumeru was like the right call. Cryo. Yula. Ayaka? Sucks. You let me know when Molani popped up. Okay, thank you. It was facial yesterday, so I will go Shuei today. Oh, it is Quantum. This is Sparkle, right? Yep. Good call, good call. さあ、そろそろ寝た方がいい。ここは僕が見なかった見張った奥から。So it's time to go to bed. I will take watch. I will stand watch from here on out. The most important thing is the Boku here. So it's a guy who calls himself Boku. It could be a tomboy as well, a tomboy girl, but... Okay, so who would stand the watch for us? Does Danheng say Boku? I think Danheng says Ore, no? He could say Boku though. Because this sounds like Danheng. This sounds like a line Danheng would say. Okay, it's not him. Maybe like Arlan. Ishida Akira? I should know who he voices. Is this like Luocha? No. Oh, it is. Nice. I actually did remember that it's the Ayato slash Otto voice actor. She is here. Okay, got Molani C1, very powerful. Her early vertical investment is really strong. Crown the skill is great. You should crown the burst as well. The burst is amazing as well. So yeah, this should be an instant crown if you are actually a Molani player. Serves up, yeah, the stick is very good as well. HP is a premium stat for Molani. You do have subs almost everywhere you can. So two subs here, that's good. I've even seen triple HP main stat Molanis before. I'm not sure if it's exactly optimal, but you do have a lot of crit damage. So it could be a consideration. This is a good piece though. You probably don't want to change it. 58.8 crit rate. I feel like this is 1.2% too low. You really do not want to miss crits with Molani. Molani is already a character that will make you go insane. At least get your crit rate to 100%. Because you will miss those big first bites from the C1. You will miss the crit there and the run will be ruined. You get a bunch of EM, which is pretty nice. Yeah, EM is good. Every piece has at least one EM sub. That's very lovely. And yeah, an absolute ton of crit damage with the SIG and the crit damage hat and all the subs. And yeah, some E are not bad. Like I said, her burst is pretty premium. But yeah, like getting this 1.2 extra percent is actually pretty important, I would say, for Molani specifically. I might be done already with the runs, with the 15 games, but might as well click it again. What is this? Huh? It's like some kind of piston or what? Or is this frozen over? Oh, this looks like something that's frozen over. That's a pickaxe, right? And this is Lynx? No. So what is this thing on the left? Is this something that hangs down or something that goes up? Maybe it's like a building. I don't know, man. Just give me more hints. Okay, this is a mop. That's Misha. EM looks fine. Yeah, EM looks good. Especially because you will probably be playing like... Actually, do you play EM buffers in modern Mualani teams? What do you even play now? Mona Sucrose? Or Mona Durin? You go Hex, right? I'm almost certain you go Hex Mona, but I'm not sure what the second Hex is best. Like, you either play Mavuika or... I guess Mavuika, Durin or Pyro MC are your Pyro up options. Then you always want Mona. Ah, if you have C to Mavuika, then... That's quite a no-brainer. You can even, like... do a few attacks during the early Mona burst. Okay, so... some mechanic character. Fremine, wrong game. Who would this be, actually? I can't even think of anybody. Lightning? Oh, it's like Serval. Okay, I'm definitely done with the Melee Astra. No need to Rikyu now. Okay, so... Ether Stun. This is Nangong. This is always Nangong. But cutting it close there. If it was like the same setup, but the Ether was not highlighted here, that would mean it's Jiao. Are there any like other setups I could get where only one thing here would be highlighted? No, it's always either the attribute or the specialty. Or known. Actually, it could even be the specialty. Because the only attribute left here is ice. We do have wind now, but the wind is not added yet to this mode. But once it is, once wind is added, I might be cooked. I hope that by the time wind gets added, the dev will add some like new column. For like version maybe. We've had enough versions by now. I do kinda like that there is no version. Because there is no version, I actually have to pay more attention to stuff like the weekly boss mods, which I kinda like ignore when it comes to Genshin or something. I don't really look at the weekly boss mod column in Genshin ever. This column even changes. Like it's different every day. But yeah, I very rarely look here. And same in Starter. But in Zenless it actually matters because there is just fewer... There's less info. How do you get good artifacts? Just grind and grind and grind and grind? The important thing is not going insane while you do it. A very important thing about your mindset, because people will like go to an artifact domain, spend 40 resin, get 2 garbage artifacts and be like, oh my god, this is so bad, I can never get anything. How do you even play this game? Oh, that's a cute outfit. This kitty one. But that's the wrong mentality. You shouldn't go into an artifact domain expecting good artifacts. You should go into an artifact domain expecting to get some artifact EXP. That's what you are primarily farming, and you have like a very small chance of getting good artifacts along the way. But you are primarily getting artifact EXP. And also pieces you can strongbox later. But I guess strongbox also gives you a lot of garbage most of the time. The fact that claim all doesn't actually claim all. Wait, I need one more? I said I'm done for sure, so I didn't re-queue the last one, but turns out I actually do need one more. Oh my god, I got punished. Oh, do you get crit from C4 mana? Oh, that is true. That is like reliable, right? So you need less crit rate, not more then. I mean, you do need to burst every rotation with Mona. It's not like if. If you cannot get burst every rotation, then you don't play Mona. But yeah, affected by Omen. And it should be up for almost the entire rotation. Because you can extend it thanks to her buffs. Why is the buff off by default? Who would want to look at an unbuffed Mona? And you get up to 8 seconds Omen extension. And the base duration is 5 seconds. So you get 13 seconds of Omen duration. Which probably like isn't like 100% uptime, especially because you waste some time attacking. Maybe you get like 10 seconds in practice, but yeah. Mona's Hydra up from her skill is pretty terrible. But I think ideally you want to skill in such a way that doesn't apply Hydra to the enemy. Just like skill while away from the enemy if you can help it. I think I've heard something about that, but I'm not a Molani specialist. But this lasts for 20 seconds, so this is quite long. You can like use your skill at the you can also use your skill at the very start of the rotation. Then go through everything else, and then you'll go like Mona burst and attacks, and by the time the skill should already be down. Because the skill lasts for, it doesn't say. But it's not that long. So I feel like if you open the rotation with the skill, it should be down by the time you switch to Molani. I don't even really need to care that much about particles, because like the ER is the only stat that matters. So you just build like 300 ER and you're fine. And you probably are playing some ER weapon. Like Prototype Amber or something. So even if you don't catch the particles, you should be okay. Amber or Fav? You wouldn't have a sustain without Amber. So you probably want the Amber for the healing mostly. Oh, so cool. Okay, so we got everything from the BP. I mean, Molani cannot dodge. So like, you can't choose to dodge with Molani. She will be getting hit. Okay, so am I done with everything? Like important and pressing for now? Oh, rhythm gaming! That's what I'm not done with yet. We cleared the chess boss perfectly last time. Now we have this, Durin, and Fisher left. And we're getting a new album next patch. It's been a while since we've gone into a new patch with me not having all the songs perfected. Like a new song, new rhythm game update, specifically. Oh wait, I failed. I need more water. I'm not in the zone yet. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna restart again. By the way, next week, right? We are getting Rhythm Heaven on the Switch. Rhythm Heaven Groove, I think it's called. Quite excited for that. Okay, then for the hard section. I think I nailed the final section, right? The good and news were earlier, I hope. Ah, you don't wanna queue at the start, you wanna queue at the very end. Maybe, like before Mavujka queue. Although, I guess Sucrose uptime is also bad. I'm not sure. Hello, Mahmoud. He's locked in, look at his eyes. Also, I need to do some normal attacks with Mona to extend the burst duration. But I'm not sure. Also, you would probably want to swirl Pyro for Mavujka as well. Like the Mavujka Mavujka Vaped Burst, it's actually gonna be a significant portion of your total damage. So you probably want to get the Pyro Swirl as well somehow if you can help it. Also, Sucrose could help you get rid of could help like weaken the Hydro Aura. So maybe you switch to Sucrose twice. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a Molani player. Go look at like Molani videos from Molani players. Oh, what? I just didn't click the... My finger just didn't move when it was supposed to. Ah, I'm not doing so well. There's gonna be like 0 goods, 1 miss. Oh, okay, I failed this one as well. Two misses. One on like the stairs on the right and one just completely random. Okay, that was just warm up. Time for the real map. You're back to Genshin again after a quarter yearly time where you update the game and play it for less than a month. What do you mean? Shenzhen is looking so hype. Also, we're going to the moon next patch. And we are getting the second rhythm game update in a row next patch. That's what really matters. Oh. Oh my god, by the end of this map, I'm just so tired. And my hands are feeling like so tense. That was not a great run. Like I think my best one was like 5 goods, 4 misses. Or maybe like 5 and 3 or something. 10 and 13, not the best. Not the worst either though. We're going to the moon? Yeah. Have you not seen the latest trailer? Wait, let me show you. And have you seen the Snezhnaya trailer? The latest Snezhnaya teaser?
私、月に戻らないと、そこに私の使命。
Wait, where are you in the Archon quest? Mahmoud? Are you like up to date or not? You finished? So we pulled down the real moon. We opened like the... Oh, wait. I thought when you said you finished, you mean like the entirety of the Archon quest. You shouldn't open the sentence with I finished. Okay, whatever.
彼が月に着陸して、月と月の周回軌道上の探索が始まった。そしてある日、彼は周回軌道上で受信したの。星空の深淵から届いた謎のシグナルを。私はただ昔の家に戻ってアランの言う遺産が何なのか確かめたいだけ。はあ。
Yes, Heather, thank you very much.
本当にあなたたちってどこにでもいるのね。
The boat is finally back.
ごめんなさい。アクアリウムは今ちょっと。
このフォンテーヌのエンタメ界における年に一度のお祭りを見逃すスターがいると思うかい？
探偵服似合うでしょ。
この月油のアルカナ受け取りな。
これは一種の予言かい？
逆位置の月だね。
端末の観測によると識別コードを持たない新しい個体が現れたみたい。その目的は月を衛星兵器へと作り変えること。私もう月神で真実を知ったの。ここはあの漆黒の竜王の傑作観月者計画を始めるには彼女が不可欠なんだ。行かないでコロンビーナ。私たちは初めからこの秩序の代償を理解していたわ。
もし本当にコロンビーナが助けを求めてるなら宇宙船が唯一の手段だよ。
観月者計画、それが私に反応したんだ。彼女はあの降臨者に対して。もし本当にアランの言っていた通りなら私は間もなく人生の2度目の誕生を迎えようとしているの。世界式反転還元。
I'm so hyped for this. Also, one of the biggest things about the next update, there will be a new world quest on the moon, and it's gonna be fully voiced. This will be our first big fully voiced world quest. I'm pretty sure. That's quite huge. As in Atlanta, you know that the sky is low-key fake. I mean, we learned that the sky is fake in 1.1, so that's not like new intel. But yeah, 1,500 days to go. That's it. Okay. Any confirmed villains? But like, where? Where? When? You mean like in Naya or what? I mean, this trailer is the Transcendence trailer. So like our Naya teaser definitely worth watching. It only just showcases the characters that we are just gonna see when Naya launches anyways. And mostly they're just like talking about cryptic stuff. I can't be like as for Naya we have a rough idea who is gonna be the villain, yeah. But we don't really know the details. I'm gonna play this as Naya teaser as well.
だそうよ。要するに、さまざまな呪いがルールをなしている。
幻冬計画や吹雪のことか、それとも陛下のことか。
行きましょう。霊力が動く前に。
We don't really know who Lelek is. To me it sounds like a bot. There's like a bot that's called similarly in Polish. I think. Like a species of bot. So when I hear Lelek I think of a bot. Unless Valerie is Lelek. I don't really see how that would be the case. Maybe he'd be like 5-star Razor, summoning a bear spirit to attack with him.
ルールを変えてみせるの。
幻冬計画の続行について誰からも異論が出ないようならば異議あり。同じく。
私も。
おやおや。
捜査開始。栄えあるドルジーナの者たちよ、陛下に忠誠を。
And this is the best character?
密談に参加しても。
昔に比べれば平和と言える時代だ。
クルースニクのロゴ。
The crashing torches are what keeps Sneznayan cities from freezing over. And something's wrong with this one, and the city froze over. It looks like.
そして 天理は私たちの愛を汚した。
お母様
Hello, XPZ. Oh, you haven't seen this one yet?
本当に存在していたのかしら。
It's like the Snezayan teaser. And this is the Tsaritsa after all these years.
「溺れる者に浮き木を与えるな」「凍える者に温かな幻想を抱かせるな」「愛の敵は死じゃない」「真の敵は神の独りよがりな祝福よ」
We did get a bunch of Signora content lately. We got like 2 videos with Signora in them in the last like 2 weeks. But they are flashbacks.
なかなかだ。さて、勝つ覚悟はできているんだろうね。
Oops, wait, what did they click? Oop. I don't know. Wait, so because XPZ rather has not seen it yet, I will play it again. But let's for variety, let's watch the English one once as well. Okay, so let's check out Jorma Wujka. Top 35%. Top 35% would mean it's absolutely garbage. Actually, let me keep my camera up here. So what do we have here? This assumes you are playing Vape. You do not really have... I mean, you have a pretty awkward EM amount, where it's like too little for Vape or Melt, but too much for non-Vape. But yeah, the biggest thing, even like if you just look at this graph, the graph isn't necessarily representative of what you want, of like whether your build is good or not, but you can immediately see the gigantic gap in crit rate, right? And yeah, you only have 80% crit rate on your Mavuika. Also, she's only level 80. That's not like this doesn't factor into her rating here. But talent level 9 and level 80 loses you a ton of damage. This is like probably like 10% damage loss, if not more, being at level 80 with level 9 talents. So you want to crown the burst and the skill and level 90 her ideally, especially because Mavuika deals like 95% of her team's damage. Yeah, levels matter quite a bit. It doesn't increase the damage from the reaction itself, but it just increases Mavuika's damage. And Mavuika's damage is really important. So yeah, usually EM Suns end up on Vape and attack on Melt. I mean, Vape and Melt... I mean, Vape isn't real anyways. This is just like... Akasha will assign you to all the leaderboards, and then it will like show the one that fits the best and where you have the highest rating. So I hope you are not playing Vape, but like nobody is. And whether you play Vape or Melt doesn't really change whether you want EM or Attack Suns. The multiplayer is the same that you get from the EM. Does the way attacks matter that much? Yeah, and also the higher your level, the more damage you deal based on the defense formula. How's Resonated as a character? He's pretty good. Yeah. Ideally, I mean, there are like 3 types of Lochen teams you can play. Melt Lochen, where you have Durin melting while Lochen applies cryo. You can have melt teams where Lochen is melting, you have some pyro applicator, and then ideally a Dendro character for burning, for more pyro up. Or you can play freeze Lochen teams with Escoffier, kinda like budget Skirk. The good thing about Lochen in freeze teams is that he can activate Mona's Hex passives. But yeah, so yeah, you definitely want to level her and her talents, and you want to get more crit rate. The crit rate is the biggest deal here. Shangling isn't ideal, but I guess if you don't have Durin and Mavuika isn't available and you don't have Escoffier, it's like 10 more, 20 more. You do want to have 100% crit rate after Codex. So like, the average crit rate of top 1% Mavuikas is 58.7. So you want to be at like pretty much 100. You want to pretty much be at 60%. That's pretty important. So where were we? Yeah, let's watch the English version for once. And after this, I will also show the Signora trailer.
I've heard that the rules that govern this world are all essentially curses.
She kind of sounds the same in English, in
So
Japanese
to live
actually.
by the rules means to suffer under the sum of all curses.
Are you talking about the snowstorms? Or Project Stuja? Or the Tsaritsa?
She also sounds similar.
Let's go
Alyoshi, or
before
what was his
Lilith
name?
makes a move. If it's true that rules are curses, well then, there's only two options. Either we overthrow the rules, or... Were you going to say follow them? Get used to them? It's neither. We find a way to transcend the rules.
Regarding the motion to extend Project Stuja, if there are no further objections.
I have an objection!
Huh?
Me too!
I object!
These NPCs sound different.
Oh my.
Search the area! We are the Drushna, and it is our honor to serve the Tsaritsa.
Now time for peak.
Forgive the intrusion. Mind if I join this private discussion?
Compared to the eons gone by, this is a peaceful age.
Wait, the Kresnik's torch?
And then, the heavenly principle spoiled our love.
Mother?
I almost doubt whether it was ever true at all. One should not throw fragile driftwood to a drowning person, nor give the illusion of warmth to those freezing to death. Death is not the enemy of love. The real enemy is the blessings given by deluded gods.
Good move. Still, I do hope you truly understand the nature of the game you're playing.
The English voice sound quite good. I'm very excited for Shinsnaya. Although I'm also very excited for next patch. The moon is like giga hype. A lot of the focus is on... a lot of the focus is on Shinsnaya right now with the trailer and everything. But even the next patch should be an absolute banger. Also, this is the Sandrone video. Let's watch this and then I will call it a day.
朝っぱらからどういうつもり？歌わないでって言ったでしょ。
おはよう、サンドローネ。執行官の会議の日だから、寝坊してないか心配で見に来たの。
ノックを知らないの？
知ってる。でも、うなされてる気がしたから、心が落ち着くかなって。あと、そのパジャマ姿。大丈夫？サンドローネ。
平気だから。大丈夫？アラン。
問題ないさ。
でも、さっき先生が。何かできることはある？
欲しいものはないかい？
あなたに元気でいてほしい。
貴重なチャンスを老いぼれに使うものじゃない。来なさい、見せたいものがある。紹介しよう。新しく発明したプロンニアだ。
女皇陛下の偉大なる計画に神の心は欠かせない。財政はパンタローネに一任する。技術面で何かあればサンドローネに支援を求めよう。サンドローネ。
God, I love how of them are falling asleep during the meeting. Very real.
今日はなんだか様子が変だよ。なんでもない。昔思い出しただけ。聞かせてくれる？いや。じゃあ二人でおしゃべりする？必要ないわ。
ならば、ただお茶を飲まないか？
お菓子も持ってきたわ。
あ、どうしてロザリンまで？
さっき偶然会って連れてこられたのよ。
はあ、私の部屋はパーティー会場じゃないのよ。
今日の劇団の演目は何だった？
山とスズメ。来られなくて残念ね。
別に残念がることないわ。いくら専用の特等席でもドットーレやパンタローネと一緒に座るくらいなら自分でチケットを買った方がマシよ。でもすごく楽しそうだったよ。後半は泣いてたよね。泣いてない。
劇場のプリマドンナボジャニーツァが出てたんだもの。感動して当然よ。
泣いてないってば。
見逃してしまったのは残念だが、幸いこの集まりには間に合った。この後私はフォンテーヌに戻り、ロザリンはモンドと稲妻を回る。
ああ、陛下の計画よね。あなたたちは成功すると信じているのね。
陛下の望む未来には共感できる部分がある。それだけで十分よ。サンドローネは何かやりたいことはないの？
やりたいこと。コロンビーナ。
ヘッドショット。
どうぞ。アルレッキーノ？どうかした？
ロザリンが死んだ。
願いに、それも他人の願いに命を捧げるなんて無駄よ。犠牲の末に何を得たというの？同僚たちからの冷たい言葉。かっけえね。
何か願いはあるか？
ないわ。
いつかきっと見つけられるさ。僕のためでも他の誰のためでもない君自身の願いを。時が来たら君にプレゼントをしよう。それが僕から君に贈る最後の遺産だ。
その遺産受け取ったわ、アラン。
We've gotten so many big trailers recently. But yeah, that's kind of like the end of a region. Although the Sandrone trailer is just for Sandrone. Okay. So have I done everything I was supposed to do? No, actually. The answer is no. I'm supposed to get my cooking and transformer done. Good thing I remembered. Last second. Especially because I missed it last week as well. Okay, it's going through at a time. And just place the transformer. I'm gonna run out of pine cones soon.
悪くないわ。悪くないわ。
Not that many books. We got some decent morale as well though, and hero suites. 3 teachings of transience. Not bad, not bad. And the moment the progress bar disappears from above the cook pot, that means it's done. So I need to like count 10 items or anything. Okay, so thank you everybody very much for watching, but this will be the end of the stream for the day. I do have a stream every day, almost every day at 8 PM CST, which is 3 hours 18 minutes before now. And yeah, tomorrow we'll be streaming some Star Rail, and then it's gonna be like a Genshin, Star Rail, Genshin, with Wednesday being the new patch, so we'll start early on Wednesday. Quite excited for that. So yeah, let's find somebody to raid. Okay, I see Genshin in English. That's good enough. So yeah, join the Discord server if you want stream notifications and the like. I already linked the Discord actually. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye!